Hey everyone, Laura here from Lalo Yoga and Wellness, and this is Radical Wellness Wednesday. This is a place where we talk about all the different things that really make up your true wellness, the whole person. And today we're going to be talking about creative wellness. Some of you might be thinking, I'm not a creative person. Sometimes we equate creativity with maybe artistic ability, and that could be your creative outlet, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So let's dive into what really does make up creative wellness and how you can start to incorporate it into your life. When we look at creativity, it really can encompass a lot of different things. So maybe you're an artistic person and you can paint or draw beautifully. I'm, the stick person kind of artist. So while it's kind of fun to do, I don't necessarily see that as my creative outlet. Maybe you enjoy music or perhaps acting or something of that nature. And again, maybe those artistic endeavors work for you, but maybe you're like, that's just not my thing. I want you to think a little bit bigger and what it really means to create something. And that's where you really can start to tap into what creativity and creative wellness means for you. Maybe you love to write. Maybe you enjoy gardening and creating a beautiful garden that you can actually eat from or cut flowers from, or maybe just enjoy from your own window, and you can look out and see the beautiful things that you've created. So start thinking a little bit bigger about what being creative really means. And then we can start thinking about how do we incorporate this more into our lives. If we look at it from a daily focus, whatever it is that you think your creative outlet is, see if you can devote at least a little bit of time to it each and every day. If gardening is your thing, making sure you're watering or monitoring your plants, that's part of your creative project. If you love to write, maybe it's writing in a journal. Maybe you are working towards writing a book. Write a few lines, write a few words, whatever's coming to your mind. Whatever it is, just take even 5 to 10 minutes to let those creative juices flow. And if you're just starting to explore creative wellness and think about it as part of your overall wellness, then maybe that's your project, is brainstorming some different creative outlets for you. If you want to look at how you can incorporate this on a grander scale, a monthly goal is something that you want to incorporate into your creative wellness plan. So that could be a project that you want to come to start and finish within that 1 month time period. So maybe in that 1 month you want to write a online webinar course. Maybe you want to write or outline a short book. Maybe you want to start your garden. Maybe you want to look at different ways that you can create a garden, no matter where you live. Maybe you're in a small apartment. That's okay. What kind of plants can thrive in your apartment? You need to research that and begin that project and get it set up within your home. Whatever it is that you've decided is going to be your creative outlet, and it doesn't have to be limited to one thing. Maybe it's multiple things. But map out what you want that project to be, what it's going to take to get through it in a 1 month time period. It does take a little bit of planning, and that's okay, but you're going to get this amazing sense of accomplishment as you finish that project, as well as have a beautiful end result and feed and nourish your soul. Let's take that out even further to a yearly goal. This is something, if you want to write that novel that you've always wanted to write, you've got plenty of time to map that out, from giving yourself a month to outline it, start to build out those storylines, and begin writing it over the course of a year. that's a big project to take on. If gardening was your thing, then maybe you want to, map out what are you going to have to tear out of your yard, rebuild. Do you need to, learn how to, water the plants differently because they each have different requirements? Whatever it is, it's going to take a little bit more in-depth research, planning and preparation, and then the actual work of going through that creative project. So, even if it's designing something in your home, maybe you want to transform one of the rooms in your home, what would that look like? And give yourself that full length of time to accomplish that project. It really is a way that many of us neglect in our world that's so technology driven and so matter of fact. It can be very easy to let this creative side of us slide. And yet we all have that need, that desire to create something amazing for ourselves, for other people, or even putting it out there in the world. Maybe that's your ultimate goal if you're a really creative person, is to use your creativity as your expression of self out in the world and your gift to the world. Or maybe you feel like, I'm not necessarily someone that wants to put it out there. That's okay too. You can just be doing it for you. And that's fantastic. But we want to nurture that side of us, because often when we are nurturing our creative side, other parts of us are able to blossom as well. And even if you have a very technical type of job, you're an engineer perhaps, nurturing your creative side is going to allow this other side of you, one, to take a little bit of a break, and two, sometimes while it's on a break, you get inspiration in that other area of your life. So taking your brain and your body out of its normal box and giving it this outlet is such a fantastic way to really nurture and grow all these other elements in your life. I hope these tips are helpful for you. I'd love it if you share it, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I would especially love it if you would share your own creative outlets so that we can start to grow our community and allow other people to maybe think outside the box about some things that they could try to enhance their creative wellness.